What is going on? We are back, baby. Welcome to the Extras. Happy Monday. Hope y'all had a great weekend, a great Halloween. Didn't get too crazy out there. Nance in there first. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, a bunch of chat. We got a bunch of chat right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to read all of that. Yes. Okay, Nance, Becky in there too. What's going on, Becky? She says, posting in Discord got me running late. It's your fault. Nance says he doesn't feel well tonight. Sorry to hear that, brother. KO in there too. What's going on, KO? Nance says, I dozed off in my chair at work watching RMG. Oh, no. Well, you know, I mean, lately it's easy to fall asleep watching that show. Not a lot going on. Who am I to say anything, right? But not a lot going on my stream either. But man, it has been quite a fall off. Oh, his very next comment. I don't know if that says much about me or how boring the show is. I think it's a little bit of both, brother. Maybe you're working a little too hard right now. All right. Putting in too many hours, you know what I'm saying? Crooked Orchids, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Halloween seems like it's like your time, so I'm sure you probably had a great one. Becky says, I heard the JLR car bit, and that was it. I haven't watched the aftermath. I have not heard this car bit that everybody's talking about. I don't know what's going on with that, but it sounds like he got his vehicle fixed, and the mechanic came in. He was bringing in the tie rods or something. I turned on the show for just a few minutes this morning, and it was something about a mechanic bringing the tie rods into the show. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how what happened there. KO says, I pass out only treats unwrapped on Halloween. Oh boy. Oh, see? There you go, Nance. She said she'll get you some for Christmas. That sounds good. Nance says that sounds hazardous.
Building.
Could be a hazardous situation there. I'm sure I can find a doctor certificate generator online, or AI can make me one. There you go. Hit that like button, bacon strips. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on y'all's chats. Meech in there. Happy Monday to you, Meech. Thank you for being here. Nance first by a mile. Yeah. Yeah, he got in here before I even got the software going. Oh, we're talking homemade pickles? Homemade pickles this place sells, and they are good. Hey, those sound good. Homemade pickles are delicious. You like the dill style, or are you like a bread and butter pickle type of person? I like the dill style myself. Meech says, I'm usually cooking dinner and I forget. Hey, that's okay. We appreciate you hanging out. Got the kid's girlfriend a pickle in a jar for Christmas. Okay. Does that have a... Are these just literal jars of pickles, or are we talking about What are we talking about? um, Tessa in there. What's going on, Tess? Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a good Halloween with the kiddos. That's awesome. Diana in there as well. What's going on, D? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Halloween. Daylight savings time for me, effed. Yeah, I agree. I want to be done with this. I thought we were done with this last time. They were talking about we're gonna do what is it? Well, it'd be daylight savings all the time, right? Because it'd be summertime. Summertime? Is that right? Yeah, you know what I mean. No fall back. You know what I'm saying? Let's let it get dark at whatever time. But I don't know. It screws me up. I don't like it. I don't know what the answer is. I don't like it though. Oh, okay. KO says she's going into her weekend. That's right. Yeah, you work all weekend. The restaurant busy time is the weekend. They need you in there. I feel that. I am tired as well. A work trip for a few days, hoping the flights go smoothly with the shutdown. Well, hey, I hope your work trip goes smoothly as well. Congratulations on going on a work trip. That's good. Break up the monotony a little bit. That's kind of fun. Fly around. Eric Freeze in the chat as well. What's going on, Eric? Hope you had a good Halloween. Eric says, I was just car shopping today with my girlfriend, and this stuff is crazy. Oh my gosh, it's nuts out there. Okay, so basically in the car market right now, we've got, I mean, the past few years, we had this crisis during mask times when all the car manufacturers, high noon tonight, by the way, cheers, y'all. We had this kind of manufactured crisis during mask times where it was like, you guys, if you don't buy a new car now, you're never going to buy a car again. We're done making cars after this. There's only 5 of them, and that's it. We're done. So if you don't buy a car, then you're never going to have a car. And so then also they were like, yeah, we can't make any more because we're out of parts. And a lot of that was to do with their refusal to update to new chip technology, and chip manufacturers didn't want to make the old chips that the automobiles require because they make more money selling the new advanced chips. So rather than retooling the vehicle to work with newer chips that the chip manufacturers actually wanted to produce, they just blamed the chip manufacturers and said, no, the cars just won't work, and then they let them all sit. And then they proceeded to charge us double for all of them. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. So people are sitting around with these cars that they've overpaid for, like, insanely. And now those cars are a few years old. They're 4 or 5 years old. It's time to turn them in. You got you a 2020 that's brand new. It's time to turn it in. And what are we going to do? Angelina in the chat. What's going on, Ange? Hope you had a great Halloween. She says, I love bread and butter pickles. I got you. My dad's a fan of those bread and butter pickles. He always makes them he grows them in his garden and makes them. Sheesh. D says my Uber to the airport is like $150 for an hour and a half. Lord have mercy. Hey man, the boss is paying. The boss is paying. No big deal. Oh, Meech is back. What's going on, Meech? Got the dinner out. All right. Yes. No, we can't. We cannot live without you, Meech. No. But okay, so during that time, one big thing that these car dealers were doing was they're doing a thing called market adjustments, and we talked about this I think last year. Can you believe we've been doing this for a year? It's nuts. We talked about this last year about how they're doing all these market adjustments. So you have a car that's already overinflated in value. It should be 50,000, but it's actually 80,000. And then they're like, "Oh, well, we only have 3 of those, so it's actually going to be another 10,000 market adjustment on top of that. So now it's going to be 90,000." And then with taxes and fees and, you know, tinted windows and nitrogen inflation and tire insurance, it's going to be another 20,000, you know. So yeah, it's getting crazy out here. Eric says Uber prices are getting crazy and public transit doesn't exist in my area. So the only option is carpooling or getting a taxi. Yeah, it is. That's tough. And even if you live in an area where, like, you think like, oh, I'm in a city, there's public transit, there's multiple ride sharing apps you could get, man, it's not better. It's just more ways to get ripped off. You have more choices. Instead of just the taxi company or the other taxi company, and they're both expensive, now you also have Uber and Lyft, and they're charging about the same, maybe more. But one thing that the car dealers have been very skilled at is making everyone feel comfortable with an 84-month car loan. Because it used to be something called the 2410 rule. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this. Well, it used to be the 2410 rule. That's how you buy a car, okay? Here's how it is. 20% down, 4-year loan maximum term, and the 10 means that you don't spend more than 10% of your monthly income on the payment. Okay? And somewhere we lost our way because 20% down ain't happening. Not on these new vehicles that cost 80 grand. Nobody's putting 20 down. I've watched dozens of these like dealer negotiation videos where the dealer does a selfie video and will negotiate with a customer over the phone. Every single time the customer's like, yeah, I got a 460 credit score and I got 1,000 down. And they're trying to buy like $160,000 like Dodge Hellcat Red Eye Special Edition Blackout Nightmare version or whatever. So, or they're like calling the Mercedes dealership and they're like, yeah, I have a 200 credit score and I only have 2,000 down. And I also owe 40 grand on a 1997 Nissan. Like, what can you do for me? Because there's a lot of entitlement out here where people feel like they not only do they need to have a new car, but it has to be a certain new car. Like the mom car, that's a thing. But the BMW and Mercedes, the marketing is so good. They're so good at this, and they're doing great at it, and people are falling for it all. Still, it is nuts. Nance says, I got lucky with my 21 Silverado. I didn't get any of the markup or market adjustments. That's good. That is good. Surge sucks. Yes, that's right. KO, see, KO, she's playing it safe, y'all. She is laughing at all of us here out in the car market. She's just pedaling to work, man. Not a care in the world. Not paying a dime for car insurance. That might be the way. Nance says, I got a good trade number when I farmed it off because of the motor problems with the 6.2. Yeah, that was kind of right place, right time. But the car dealer is always gonna give you a little bit more leeway when you are taking a new car off their hands. Because they're moving so few vehicles right now. They're just happy to move some metal, dude. They're happy to get a vehicle going out the door, even if they lost money on it. And also, they don't have a lot of used vehicles to sell, so any kind of trade-in they can take in, they love that. Because that's where the margins are. The new vehicles, they're not making as much money anymore. Becky says, where is CB? Yes, I know, right? Yeah, Becky said, or Meech says, right, yes, because she'd be yelling at all these people, telling them what they're doing wrong. There's a lot of madness out here. And like, I found this one guy. Where's he at? His name's Henry the Closer, okay? And he's kind of funny because he is just like, he doesn't care that the market is rough. He just is like, he has sunglasses on indoors. He's one of those guys. Diana says, even the cars in Fortnite are too expensive. Oh my gosh. How much is a car in Fortnite? 2,800 V-Bucks or something? That's like $30. Black Magic in the chat. What's going on, my man? Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had fun at the Suns game. We're talking people's insane financial decisions in the car market today. Crooked Orchid says, there's totally nothing I need to go do that I can't figure it out without a car. You know what? And that is because you don't have one. Because we all feel like we need a car, but if we didn't have one, we'd find a way. You find a way to live and get the things you want and the things you need and get to the places you want to go. Even if you didn't have a car, you'd find a way to do it. Everyone would. We just don't want to. So instead, we pay $1,800 a month for a 2007 Kia Sorento. Nugget Man in the chat as well. What's going on, Nugget Man? I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a good Halloween as well. I bet you and the wife, it seems like you guys are the types that would go wild on Halloween. Nance says, Nuggy finally out of the deep fryer. Eric says, I got a 2013 Corolla with 34,000 miles for around 14,000 after taxes, and I feel like I got ripped off. Thankfully, I got lucky and paid $8,000, and my mom paid the rest. And due to extreme insurance prices, I don't got insurance. Okay. A few things there. 2013 Corolla, 34,000 miles, $14,000. It's a little high, but honestly, that's a good vehicle, so doesn't matter. It's paid off, and there's nothing better than a paid off vehicle, okay? If you learn nothing from this, the best thing is the paid off vehicle. Absolute. Every single time. Doesn't matter what it is. Nance says at least the Corolla will last for 300K. Absolutely, dude. You'll have that Corolla for another 10 years. And then at the end of the 10 years, you could sell it again. KO says, that seems like a good deal. Okay, so this guy, this guy's funny. Okay, so this video right here, a guy calls him to sell his Audi Q5. KO says, such a good feeling to have no car note. I'm with you right there, dude. Having no car payment is the best life. It's the ideal situation. Meeches, that thing will last forever. Absolutely. Becky says, oh, you know it. If you're paying cash, don't buy it. Yeah, I definitely am behind that. If you can pay cash for the vehicle, take whatever you were going to put down on on a Tahoe or whatever and just buy a car with cash and have no payments, because that's the situation you want. And says, I have my old 2011 Corolla, got it back in 2018, and now is my dad's winter beater, 220K and still kicking. Yeah, man, those things are good. They're solid vehicles. Some of the newer Toyotas are having some issues, but yeah, those ones are solid. Meech says no car payment is nice. Yes, it's nice to have the new vehicle, but I feel like you're just worried about it all the time. You know, when you're making that payment, you're like, oh no, did it get a scratch? Like, oh no. When you have a paid off car, like, it doesn't matter. You don't have any of that stress. You don't have to worry about anything. If someone scratched it with a shopping cart, it's not a crisis, you know? So you got benefits on both sides for sure. Eric says, I had insurance until 2 weeks ago, but they decided to raise my rate another $55. So now I'm paying over $130 each month. You know, I would just call another insurance company, man, and just tell them what your old rate used to be and what they jacked you up to. I guarantee another company will get you lower, because if you go longer, well, I don't know how it works in Canada, but here, if you go without insurance, the insurance companies don't like that, and they'll charge you more money when you sign back up. D says, I inherited an 09 Blazer with 40,000 miles on it. Thanks, Grandma, for never driving. Hey, I'm with you there. I got a Jeep from my grandma. It's a 2003, and that baby's still trucking. Love it. I got it with 30,000 miles on it. Nance says every 6 months. 6 months insurance on his Corolla is $700. Sounds about right. Okay, so that's not too bad of a price. He's up in Canada though, and I don't know. Is that Canada? Are you talking 130 Canada dollars, or is that USD? But you know, they raised all of the insurance prices now. I don't know what happened. Eric says, what kind of Jeep? It is a WJ. Grand Cherokee. Okay. Anyway, so here's this dude. He is, he has a customer, this guy Henry, okay? He has a customer who wants to sell his Audi Q5, and the Audi Q5 is seen better days, and Henry does not let him down easy. Nugget says, Drew's granny be cheap, and yes, absolutely, we're a Jeep family. Yes, JLR needs to know this. Yes. Well, Mule did, she did. I was blessed with what kind of dog I am. So that's cool. Maybe that would change things if they knew that my granny is driving a Jeep. Nance says replacement costs, repair costs, and someone has to pay for their commercials and stadiums. Yes, that is true. KO says my bike insurance is ridiculous.
I have an Audi Q5.
Sorry to hear that.
2014. What?
He said, sorry to hear that. A 2014 Audi Q5, okay?
Do you think I can sell
How many kilometers? How's the condition?
190,000. Condition is not bad, but it's 2014, right? So
How much oil is it burning?
how do I know?
How many times a week do you fill up a liter?
Once, but it depends also on your driving, right?
He's like, once a week. That's amazing. It's a piece of junk, man. No offense to you, but it's not worth money. It's worth, I don't know, a few grand.
More than 5 or around like that?
Not really. Is it a Technic, a Comfort? What is it? What's the trip?
Comfort.
It's a base.
See, this is the kind of car you just sell on Craigslist for like some money, you know? Oh my gosh. KO, I was a Siberian Husky, but I think that it was thrown off by the fact that I told her that I have a Siberian Husky. So that was kind of like made it top of mind. You know how that goes. You plant the seed and then it's just, you know. Yeah, Eric, there's a lady named Mary Elizabeth, and she will tell you what breed of dog you would be if you were a dog instead of a human. That's her talent. Nugget says, why have full insurance on that, Nance? Yeah, exactly. This is like a $700 car we're talking about. What do you... I mean, I don't know. Deer, I guess. I mean, they're going to cut you a check for like $2,000 for that thing, right? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, bacon strips. We'll let him finish.
Sunroof?
Sunroof, yeah.
It's worth maybe $4,000, $5,000. Not even, man.
Close to $5,000.
Maybe. I would put it up on Facebook, man. It's not really a car for me.
He said put it on
I could
Facebook,
put you, but
man.
we're gonna inspect it. I know for sure when my mechanics inspect it, it's gonna end up being $2,000.
See, and that's the other problem, is the dealers, to their credit, can only give you a certain amount because they have to inspect the vehicle and they have to get it in proper working order. They don't have to fix everything, but they have to fix certain things to make it safe to sell. KO says, Nugs, give me a bike payment. Yeah, there you go. Finance a new bike. Nance says, it paid out when I got T-boned by a deer on my way to work in 2020. That's right. Didn't you show us the pictures of that? The deer hit the side or whatever? I mean, I guess it's good, but I don't know. At this point, I feel like they're not going to pay to fix it if something happens to it. Just, once it's like more than 10 years old. Yeah. Yes, I agree, Nance. Here he is. Here's Henry. He wants to buy the delivery driver's car. He gets Uber Eats every day, and he tries to buy the Uber driver's car.
Yeah, I got it. You want to sell your car? You want to sell your car?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to sell it?
I don't
I'm
think
more
this guy
interested in the car than the
understands
food.
English.
What do you got
that
for it?
well.
What year is it? 15?
No.
17? 19?
19.
You want to sell it?
200.
Can I buy it?
200, man. The thing has,
I'll give you number.
you want to buy a CRV with 200,000 miles on it that a guy is doing Uber Eats driving with? Does this situation sound familiar to you guys at all? Is this thing on? Uber Eats CRV? What are we talking about? 200,000 miles?
Right now. It's a 19.
I bet
with
it
how many
needs a new
kilometers?
wheel bearing.
200,000? It's okay. Any accidents? Can I open the door? Oh, what's the music? Arabic?
Man says the whole passenger side was destroyed, repaired and repainted from the front fender to the rear bumper, new door skins and all. See, that's a good insurance company for sure. That is definitely a good insurance company. Oh, my mouse is about to die on me. That's cool. Yeah, definitely hold on to whatever insurance that is. Don't make them mad. Becky says, KO, have you ever thought about an e-bike? I was looking at those, Becky, and it is crazy. If you want an e-bike that goes over 25 miles per hour, they're like $4 or $5 grand. for like the roadworthy ones, like the e-motos. And at that point, you could just buy an actual motorcycle. It's crazy. It's crazy money. Eric says scrap prices are crazy too. My 97 Ranger was $250. My 1990 Cavalier was $300. Next time I scrap a car, I'll probably get $100. Yeah, that's wild. I feel like you could even sell that for parts on like Craigslist or something for more than that. $300 is really, really low. An Uber Eats DoorDash car is probably better than a car that sits like my dad's RAV4, 2 years old and has 1,800 miles. Yeah, those ones make me suspicious too, man. That's sitting-itis is bad for a car. Nugget says, I wonder if the wheel sensors are new. That's what I'm saying. He's got to get out and check those hubs out. Nance says a Honda Navi moped is $2,000 and does 60 miles per hour. Yeah, the Navi's really small, though. Really, really small. Dude, and it does not do no 60 miles an hour. The Grom barely does 60 miles an hour. You'd have to... Well, I don't know. KO's pretty small. She could go pretty quick on the Navi, but I wouldn't take the Navi on the highway. The Grom has like 9 horsepower. What's the Navi have? Like 4? Those are little Honda motorcycles, if you're not familiar. I would get a license and a motorcycle fixed and have a Honda from the 70s. Yeah, there you go. Get you a vintage one. That'd be fun. Okay, yeah. Nugget says get the hybrid type where you can pedal when you feel like it, for sure. I wonder, though, like, when you're pedaling those and, like, the battery's not on, are you really, like, is it really heavy and hard to, I don't know. I think CB has one of those. She could probably answer. Nance says the same 125cc motor. Oh, the Navi and the Grom have the same motor. Okay. KO says pedal power or nothing. Okay, hold on. I want to find out more about this beautiful this beautiful Honda here. Why is he trying to buy this car? Like, it's crazy. It's 200,000 kilometers on the car.
Anything wrong with it?
No, it's good. Just, yeah, man, I need the new one.
Can I buy it right now? 12,000, I buy it?
See, they got this little app and they scan your VIN. That's what all of these guys do. That's the move.
12,000. I buy it now.
That knocked him back. He's like, what? 12,000.
Can I buy it?
No.
How much can I buy it for?
Maybe 30.
30? How?
Yeah, it said 200 kilometers, but I think it is 200,000 miles because this is in America and it's left side drive. I don't know. But this dude, he does this to all the Uber drivers. He does it to this guy too.
You got some food for us? Amazing, man.
Thank you.
What are you driving? Is that a Mercedes?
Yeah.
EQS? Nice. You want to sell it?
Yeah. It's your car?
This one, yeah. We have a dealership. We buy and sell cars all day. What year is this
it's
one?
Canada
22?
plates. Okay.
How many kilometers on it?
50.
50,000?
Oh, it is kilometers. You're
Got a
right.
good set of winter tires. How do you like it? You like it? Could I open the door?
So he's saying 12,000. That was
number.
Canadian. 12,000 Canadian. Okay.
Could I buy it for 50,000?
Yeah, that's like
50,000. You
like
sell
nothing.
Yes.
Let's make a deal. I'm ready.
Look at him.
50,000.
He's like, "Are you being serious right now? What the?"
Do you have any business card?
Sure. I can give you a card.
He might actually make the sale on that one. Oh my gosh. Nance's sleazebag used car guy. Yeah, I know, man. Like, even in this hard market, they're still out here just whipping people over the head. It's crazy. They do not learn their lesson from ripping everyone off over the past 5 years. And now no one can afford to buy a new car, and they're like, "Oh, I don't understand. Why is it so slow right now?" KO says, I don't like him using these people as content. I agree, because since he blurred the guy's face, I assume that means he didn't ask him if he could use, ask him permission to film him for the video. So yeah, I agree. That's the Greater Toronto area. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's Rover's SUV. No, I thought he had the car. Doesn't he have the electric car? I don't know. But our guy Yusuf from Ride with Yusuf, he's still out here. He's still trying to help people, okay? So now everyone's in all these crazy, like, high payment situations. They're all paying $1,500 for their car, and they make $2,000 a month. Eric says, before I got the Cavalier, I'd bike all over town on a 1979 Schwinn bicycle. That's awesome. Nance says he has the EQS and the electric G-Wagon. I gotcha. Both are sweet vehicles, actually. I mean, honestly, if you like electric, like, you know, the G-Wagon is hard to beat as a vehicle, man. They are solid. Especially in a brand new one, like, it's like the lap of luxury. But a lot of people see these nice cars and they think that they should have one when they're like 17. Like this guy here. I guarantee he watched a TikTok, and maybe 200 from those alpha male, you know, venture capital, start a business, LLC bros on TikTok. And he's 17 and he's like, bro, I'm about to get rich, yo, on Turo. Here we go. This is how it works out when you get rich on Turo.
Listen, man, the car's underneath your
17-year-old paying $2,000 a month for an Audi RS7.
mom's name, and you're paying $2,000 for a Audi RS7, and you're only making $4,000 a month. Have a 2021 Audi RS7, you're paying about almost $2,000.
Sorry, I have to pause it there. The man makes $4,000 a month, and he pays $2,000 in car payments.
$1,000 a month, and then on top of that, you have a Mitsubishi Outlander lease. You're paying how much a month?
$499.
$500 plus insurance, and you only make $4,000 to $5,000 a month. My man, what's going on?
I'm actually 17, so
you're 17. You're 17.
I'm in high school. I know. It's
17, but
I'm caught up in such a crazy situation.
He's on his hustling millionaire grind set, though, dude. He's on his grind set. You have to let him cook.
I was 16 originally. I was working with a group of people, and we bought this car as a rental. It did good for like the first 2 months.
It did good for 2 months.
After that, I've just been paying the car out of my own pocket. We're okay doing it, but bro, it's heavy.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, again, I'm not knocking you, and I appreciate your entrepreneurship.
You should, though.
But the problem is, you only make about $4,000 a month, but already spending close to $3,000 on the lease and on the Audi. It's not a good decision. Also, you're 30,000 miles over on your lease for the Mitsubishi, right?
Oh, that's not a problem. They said they'll take all that out for me, but I want to get rid of this first.
So you want to focus on the Audi. Is this your credit score or is this somebody else's credit score?
It's under my mom's.
So all this underneath your mom.
All of this is on his mom's name, too? Oh my God, dude. The mom's got to just be livid at this point. Unless she's, like, cool with it and she can afford it if he lapses on the payment. But, man, he's 17. He's making $5,000 a month. He's not doing that bad. If he wasn't paying for these cars, he'd be doing pretty good.
What's his name?
Yeah.
He could afford his own apartment.
Oh, man, you trying to fool me, man. You told me this was yours. So you owe about $77,000 on the Audi right now.
Oh, boy. He owes $77,000. What is a 17-year-old doing with the $77,000 of debt? I don't care what it's for. Oof.
That much upside down on that. Ideally, you just want to get rid of the Audi R7, correct?
Yes.
All right. How much money do you have down to like put towards this negative equity?
2 to 3.
That's gonna be difficult, man. You're gonna have to roll over into a different car, or you're just gonna have to find a way to maybe borrow some money. You're about $7,000 underneath with the carbon ceramic brakes and everything. I could.
So he's $7,000 in negative equity. paying $2 grand a month on 80 grand worth of cars at 17. This is what we're doing out here, guys. This is what you get when you grow up on TikTok. This is what we have. Like, it's absolutely insane. Nance says, I wish I could go back and redo some of my cars and trucks I've had. Yeah, don't we all? Nugget says, my father-in-law has a Mercedes electric SUV. It's like a spaceship. I agree. They're expensive and the maintenance is expensive. So if you can't afford the maintenance on it to keep it in proper condition, you shouldn't own a Mercedes. But they're beautiful vehicles. The interiors are unmatched. They're so comfortable and like all the options you could ever want. And man, the G-Wagon is like one of the most solid built SUVs in existence. So, you know, you can't go wrong with Mercedes if you can afford the experience. But yeah, buying a 10-year, 15-year-old one to try and flex with, and you're trying to do the maintenance on it, that's, yeah, whew, no. KO says, I would die at 17 owing that much. Yeah. It's too much money, dude. It's crazy. Dance is definitely my share of idiotic choices. Well, hey, we all make some choices. It is a car that will last, just maintain it. Yeah, the Audi, I don't know. Oh, okay, you're talking about the Corolla. Yeah. The Corolla definitely will last. I thought we were talking about the Audi. Eric says, now I don't feel bad. I asked my mom to help me buy the Corolla. I wouldn't feel bad either. Parents always help. When you're young and trying to buy that first car, you know, it's nice. Nance says, I'd buy another one if they weren't all turning to rot boxes up here. Yeah, the salt definitely eats up the unibodies really quick. Eric says, I love the Corolla, but I can't use it to haul lawn equipment. I need a truck, but a used Ranger's like 10K with 15,000 miles. I've got some trucks out here coming. The truck market is about to crash just like all these other things. It's nuts. Should I list off my car lists and CB isn't here? What was your first car? That's the aftermath thing, right? You say your first car when you call in. The Corolla can pull 1,500 pounds. Yeah, there you go. Hook the mower trailer up to the Corolla. Put a hitch on that thing, dude. You can do it. Why not? Okay, so here's another young person working at Amazon, and they signed up. They got him a car loan because they wanted to flex on everybody, and they didn't understand what 26% interest really means.
Bro, please tell me this is a joke, right? I'm just trying to figure out, how do you owe $25,000 on a Mercedes that has 170,000 miles?
When I got out of high school, I wasn't really too smart about the car finances and stuff like that.
The car has 170,000 miles on it, and it's a newer Mercedes. Yusuf is saying here it's worth $24,600.
Pretty much blindly signed. It was a 26% interest rate. I got it for CarMax. Originally, the note was like 500 something plus the CarMax gear, stuff like that. So it went up to 600. After tax, 628 or 668.
But you said you bought the...
See, this guy sounds pretty young. He's talking about, oh, back when I was younger. It sounds like last year he bought this. Yeah, 26% interest is crazy work. Nance says 2009 Saturn Vue. Was that your first car? Oh, nice. Nice. Mine was a 68 Chevelle. The Malibu, the four-door. I pulled a U-Haul trailer from Ohio to Maine, and it did great. That's awesome. With the Corolla? No kidding, dude. That's sweet. Okay, so let's hear from this kid.
Or in 2021?
Yeah, 2021.
4 years later, if you bought it for 20.
So 2021, back when he was a kid, 3-4 years ago.
How you still owe 25? How much do you have down?
Credit score 5.
Right, exactly. Like, how do you still owe $25,000 on this car? You bought it 4 years ago and put 170,000 miles.
Now I don't have anything really down. I'm like an Amazon driver.
Down being, just use the car. Just be careful if they're gonna pick it up. But I mean, if that's your only mode of transportation, hustle for a year or two, get your credit up, and then when you have a 700 credit score, you climb the Amazon ladder and go get a car, nice car. But
For
right now,
sure.
the situation is when people see luxury cars and high interest rates, they don't really think about getting to this point.
Yep, that's right. When you have a 700 credit score, they don't even ask for your proof of income because they don't need it. Here is okay. This girl kind of went viral. She didn't really understand amortization and how in a car loan they front load the interest. So your first couple years of payments, the majority of each payment is going towards interest because they want to make sure that they get their interest out of the car first. Because the principal, they're going to get that. That's secured by the value of the car itself. But that interest, they need to get that first. And then if you stop paying on it, then they can still sell it and still get the rest of the value, right? So, this young lady was paying a lot of money for her car, and she got on, and she wanted to check and see what her balance was on her auto loan, and she was surprised.
Hey, y'all, so I finally...
This is, Just Being Brianna.
They made it up to
2025 BMW X5M. Okay, that's a nice car. That's a fancy one. It says outstanding balance 100,412. Okay. Monthly payment $1,998. Balance paid $5,827. So she's paid off less than $6,000 of principal on this 2021 X5M.
Point in my life where I set all my bills on auto pay, right? Yay me, I'm excited because I'm like, yeah, I ain't gotta check, I ain't gotta log in here, log in here, log in here. I ain't gotta check here, check there, check here, check here to see if I made sure I pay this because, baby, listen, I will forget. So I got all my bills set up on auto pay so I don't have to worry about no bills not being paid, right?
That's a good idea.
Tells me to go check my car because I want to see how much I have paid on it since I had got it like last year, March, April, February, March, somewhere around that time. When
she got it last year. She's had it for a year, guys.
So I checked my Capital One, which is, who I got my van through, and I'm like, okay, we almost halfway there, almost done. But I signed in to check my BMW, and it said I only paid $5,000. I'm like, no, I'm being scammed. Because
she's had it for a year, and she pays $2,000 a month. Okay, so she's sent them 24 grand so far. She's paid off less than 6.
Not only am I on auto pay, but I'm paying I'm paying $19.93, which is a hell of a lot, right? I know. That was the stupidest thing I ever done. But anyways, I'm paying $19.93 a month for my BMW X5. And y'all telling me that since last year of March, I only paid $5,000 towards my car?
Yes. That's how
so
it works.
I'm gonna check, like, y'all can have this thing back. Because y'all ain't about to scam me no more. I'm not about to pay another.
They already did, though. Because the thing is, when you go to turn that thing in, if you decide to sell your car after only owning it for a year, you've only paid interest. You haven't paid down the principal even past what the initial depreciation was. So when you drove it off the lot and it lost 15% of its value, you didn't pay that 15% down immediately to capture that depreciation. So then you're just holding the bag. And here's Yusuf reacting to this situation.
This young lady is returning her BMW X5M to the bank because she's tired of paying $2,000 a month, and the principal is not being affected whatsoever.
We confirmed the reason you are returning the vehicle. I said I have had the car for a full year and it's only showing I paid $5K. I've been paying $19.94, which was wrong, $19.98, for every month for an entire year, and nobody only paid $5K.
She's basically breaking down the fact that after 1 year of paying...
So she went through with it. She actually called the finance company and was like, I don't want this car anymore. You guys are ripping me off. And it's great that she's seeing that. But the best time to notice that stuff is before you sign the loan documents. Because in order to after a year, help me out here, Nance. After a year of paying on this thing, she still owes $100,000 principal. So that means with finance, she's paid like $112K, $115, $120. Who knows what she put down? Maybe more. She paid $120K for an X5M. It's not even the performance, just the regular M. That seems like crazy. That seems like a really high price, and she must have a really high interest rate to be paying $2,000 a month. But how, dude? She has another vehicle too, and she was like, you know what? Yeah, $2,000 a month. That sounds like a reasonable amount for a car payment. And then you still have to pay for the insurance on top of that, which is another $600, $500 probably. Nan says it's a rebadged Holden Captiva. Oh, you're talking about the... Oh, okay, yeah. The old car. Eric says, my uncle said he'd give me his 97 F-250 Power Stroke when I got my license. And he told me that for years. And back in 2021, he sold it to someone instead of giving it to me. I'm still angry with it. I loved that truck. You know, those are good trucks too with that 7.3 diesel. Might have had the IDI still because 97 was kind of like the end of the IDI. That's cool, man. That old 7.3 is a good one. That is for sure. But yeah, okay. Here's Yusuf.
Her payment. She feels as if she was scammed because she logged on her Ally account and she tried to check what her principal balance was and how much profit she made. She was very shocked to find out it was very minimal, and she still owes over $100,000 on this 2021 BMW X5. In this situation, we have to hold ourselves accountable and we have to understand what did we get ourselves into. And she does admit in the video that some of her decisions weren't the best, but she is growing and she is going to do a better job next time. And this is an example for all of us to understand that we should never put ourselves in this predicament where we are blindsided or we feel as if like we don't understand what we're getting ourselves into, because we do our own calculations, we do our own understanding in our head, and we sell ourselves into an illusion or a delusion that never is the reality. I'm assuming in this case she has to have a 20% or more interest rate on this BMW X5M because it's a 2021 and it's almost at $100,000. That most of her payments that she's making on auto pay is not going to go towards principal, it's going to go towards interest. Any product that has an interest rate on it will always be front end heavy.
I bet she's paying 22%. I mean, we could just calculate it backwards and figure it out, but Lord have mercy. Nugget says, I don't even want to tell you what daughter 2 is doing, leasing an Audi while living downtown with no parking included in her rental and works from home 4 days a week for a oh my god. See, Nugget, this is what it is, man. You gotta keep up with everybody else, and it's hard to do. It's hard to be on the cutting edge of cool and not pay a lot of money for it. But I mean, Lord, just parking that thing downtown's got to be nuts. Any downtown, if you're parking a car down there and you don't have parking included with your residence or with your employer, oh man. And you work from home 4 days a week. I hope she likes the Audi, I guess. Alexander Drought in the chat. What's going on, Alex? Hope you had a good Halloween. He says, I know most of the country is not financially literate. Honestly, I blame the education system, but this is crazy and arguably predatory. I agree 1,000%. We definitely need to educate people more about how loans work, how credit works, how financing works. Just the general concept that investing in a depreciating asset is not a secure financial decision. Oh, the IDI stopped in 1993. I gotcha. Okay. Nugget says, I thought she was going to learn her lesson during the first Audi lease, but no, and the insurance is ridiculous too. She's on her second Audi lease? What can you even do? I mean, fuck. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts. But at least it's a lease though. And she's not, you know, when it's over, it's just over. These people with an 84-month loan that's $1,200 a month, 22% interest, you know, that car's not making it to the end of that loan, and the dealer knows it. The dealer knows. Just like Alex is saying, there should be some accountability because it's predatory. The dealer slid this woman paperwork for a $2,000 a month car payment on a 2021 BMW X5. I should have just pulled it up. But let's just see. Okay, I'm seeing 2021 BMW X5M for low 60s right now. Low 60s. So she owes $100,000 on a car that's worth like maybe 65. Dude, that's scary. Cause like, if she decides she can't afford the $2,000 a month, or something happens with her finances where she can't afford it anymore, how you can't even sell it because you owe $100,000 on it and it's worth 60. It's, I don't know what we're gonna do here. This is not just this one person's problem. This is just an example. Thousands of people are dealing with this right now. I have a stat in a little bit about the percentage of car loans that are 84 months right now, because the price of vehicles has gone so high that the only way that manufacturers, dealers, and financiers have been able to sell these vehicles is to extend the term so that the payment is a little bit more palatable. So now you're, you know, like, hold on. I think I did do this. Okay. All right. This is an auto loan calculator. If you don't know what this is your friend when you're buying a car. But right here, I don't know if y'all can see, but it says auto price $50,000. Okay, that's the average price of a new vehicle right now, $50,000. So I put $50,000 in there. And if you do a 60-month loan term at a 5% interest rate with 20% down, so that's $10,000 down. After taxes and title and all that stuff, you're going to be at $754 a month, okay? Your total loan amount would be $40,000. Sales tax is $3,500, so your total upfront payment is $15,500. And you'll end up paying $60,700 for this car that you're paying 50 grand for, okay? Now, let's just go to down payment here and make it $1,000 because that's how much everyone wants to put down on their car. And then we'll change the 60-month loan to an 84-month loan to make that payment lower because, you know, now we're only putting $1,000 down instead of $10,000, so it's going to be really tight. So let's calculate the $50,000 car at 84 month, still at the same 5% with $1,000 down. Okay, guys, here we go. $692, right? Wow, y'all, the payment went down. Number go down. Number go down good. And that is what happens. That's how they sell people on these cars. Because they're like, look, I got it below $700 a month. But if you look in the small print now, instead of paying $60,000 for the vehicle over time, now you're paying $64,500. $64,675 would be the total that you would pay on the vehicle. Over $9,000 worth of interest you're paying because you're extending it out so long and not putting very much down. So the 24/10 rule is super important. Anyways, okay. Sorry. Yes, Nugget says she never asks for money and seems to be doing well, so I don't say anything, but she is 24 and I feel like she may regret it in 10 years. Absolutely, because she's going to think about the amount of money that she spent on that, and that Audi is going to be gone. Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes we have to learn the lessons on our own, you know? Nance says, if I had to up and sell my truck tomorrow, I'd sell that and my Toyota and fly to Texas. Pick up a 2011 Silverado 2500. Hey, there you go. But you'd be in the same situation because you just got your truck. So if you had to sell it, you'd be losing money. You don't want to lose money. Probably walk out owing under 5K at that point with what I'd get out of my truck and car. Yeah, maybe. Eric says I need an older Ford Ranger with an S10 or an S10 with single cab and extended bed. Those old S10s were sweet. I like those. I like the square body ones. That's a 2011 Yaris with the wiggle stick. Yeah, those would be cheap. That thing you could get cheap, I bet. Alex says, Eric, you're probably better off than most. I don't have a car payment now, but part of me wants to get something newer. Mine's 11 years old and pushing 100,000 miles. See, and that's the thing, Alex. We've all been conditioned, like, 100,000 miles is like the end of a car. But honestly, still pushing the 11-year-old car, nothing wrong with it. I drive like I said, I drive an 03 Jeep, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how you protect your money. Drive something affordable. If someone scratches the door on my car, I don't care. I mean, obviously, I don't want anything to happen to it. I care about my car. But it's not like I'm making a life-changing payment on it every month. Like these people, some of them are spending, like the one guy's spending 50% of his monthly income on car payment and insurance. And you got to include the insurance as part of your car payment because that is part of the cost. Alex says 2014 Ford Fusion. Yeah, those are decent. I mean, if you got a good one and nothing has happened to it now, man, it'll go another 100, you know? Just keep up with the maintenance. Change the oil because you got the turbo. You'll be fine. Oh, okay. You got the employee discount. Yeah, that helps. That definitely helps. Becky says, I have a S10 in storage. It was my dad's. Oh, that's awesome, Becky. You should get that thing out. Get her back on the road. Alex says, it's less of needing something newer, and it's more of wanting a fancy car. I wish I didn't care about cars, but it's a weakness for me. You know, and it's hard, too, to work so hard and tell yourself, no, I don't deserve to have a nice car to ride around in, you know? It's easy to convince yourself, I need this, I deserve this. But the more we can resist those urges, the more we can indulge in them when we're older, you know? And I think that's better. Eric says, I would always drive a beater. Me too. I'll always have one. Even if I hit the lottery, I'll still have a beater. I love it. Black Magic says, you hit the nail on the head, Drew. This is how you protect your money. Absolutely. Buy a cash car. Whatever amount you have on to do a down payment with, that's how much money you have for a car. So go and buy one of those on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Get out there and do it. That's the only thing you can do. But some people, they don't let the low credit stop them, and some dealers out here are so predatory that they give them the loan.
I'm pulling a 395 with the lowest scores I've seen.
Call is being recorded.
Hello, hey brother, how are you? This is Yusuf from Auto Cafe.
Okay.
How are you? You doing good?
Good, thank you.
All right. So I just wanted to touch basic. Or what credit score are you pulling when you go on your app? I just want to make sure that we're pulling the same one.
You say 450, or maybe because you just won, you get down 6.5, 20, say 455.
455, 424. Okay, now, I don't want to knock anyone's credit situation, but if your credit starts with a 4 or a 5, arguably even a 6, you probably shouldn't have a BMW, but okay, here we go.
Yeah, so I'm pulling a 395, which honestly is the lowest scores I've seen. You said you...
Sheesh. That's got to be hard. That's got to hurt when you're calling the guy who does nothing but help people with horrible auto loans all day, and he's like, ooh, buddy, that's the lowest credit score I've ever seen.
How much down? You're trying to make it down? You said $20,000?
Yeah, I will try,
But also keep in mind, this guy, Yusuf, he sells luxury, high-performance vehicles only. So he's not really playing with this type of buyer generally.
But before that, so I took this for my friend because he was the I was that, but he told me to try to smile if it's not gonna work.
Okay, so his friend is gonna co-sign for him, but he has to try and run it in his name first, and it didn't work.
Yeah, if he's in a 640, 650...
Don't co-sign for you. Now,
see,
here's the thing. His friend has a 640, and even that, Yusuf's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. 640. On a BMW, like, what are you doing? Like, if that thing breaks, you're done. It needs an $8,000 repair, and you can barely afford to make the $1,500 a month payment on the BMW. This is not the car for him, you know? Nugget says, my pops and my uncle worked at the Ford plant. My first car was a 1976 Ford Pinto. I wish I had the pics. That's awesome, dude. 76 Pintos are sweet. Dude, do you ever want to buy one? Like, find like a resto mod you can have and drive around. Those things are cool. Eric says, Eric wants to buy the S10 off of Becky. Becky says it's not for sale. The beater with a heater. That's right. That's all you need. Eric says maybe he shouldn't buy a BMW. Yeah, I agree.
Mid 600s, you can get approved, but if he hasn't ever financed a car for $50,000-$60,000, you'll still have to put down.
Okay, so it's a $60,000. So we're talking about a $60,000 Beamer here.
I have a DC number and a
Nance
DC
says
address.
I'd never buy a BMW.
Can I give you some advice? I'm here to sell you a car. You have $20,000. I genuinely recommend just buying one of our cheaper
He has
cars.
$20,000. Oh my! See, he has 400 credit and $20,000. The best thing he needs to do is get a car that costs $10,000. Save the other 10, and in case it needs to be fixed, and invest that. Put it in a high yield savings. Whatever, dude. Like what? Don't throw it away on a stupid BMW. You're gonna get repoed anyway and lose all the money.
Luxury cars that are around $20,000, but for you alone with 20 grand down, with a 395 credit score, you just have so many delinquent stuff on your credit.
Yeah, I know that, right?
If you know, man, let's make smart decisions.
Exactly,
Come
Nance.
Buy a cash car from
Older
me,
Civic,
get your credit fixed.
Honda,
and then, maybe 6 months
Toyota.
to a year when you fix your credit.
Because you know, like the BMW, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Oh yeah, those old Cavaliers. You cannot kill them.
Oh no, because you get like another on your credit, so I cannot leave.
They repoed your car because you had another car on your credit?
He has a repo? Oh my gosh. Brother, just buy a cash car,
Just getting
please.
something for 15, 20 grand.
Yes.
Pay cash on
Yes.
this car and you're insisting on it. I definitely think you need to put at least $45,000 down, or you get a stronger...
He said... It's a $60,000 car. You gotta put 45 down, bud.
credit, cosigner.
I'm gonna talk to him and maybe
Yeah, maybe figure out something else, you know.
Sounds good. I'll have Brandon follow up with that.
Oh
Just
my
think about what I
gosh,
said.
no, he's getting the
Anyway,
credit
talk to
app.
you soon.
Oh.
Guys, I don't do these videos because this is the crux of my business. We actually deal mostly
people
with
are
good
stressing
credit
me out.
and good income customers that buy our vehicles. Many times where people come in with unrealistic expectations, and the reason why I put these videos is to give you guys perspective on the decisions you make can either benefit
thank you.
in your life. or they will
You're
govern
making
your
me
financial
feel like a
decisions for the rest of your life.
financial
So make sure that you
genius
are
right now.
Properly understanding your financial situation, credit situation. These videos are meant to empower and to help people understand that yes, we do go through tough times. There are explainable things that may hinder us when it comes to credit or financial decisions, or not having a car nowadays. If you don't live in a big city, can be very stressful. So this goes beyond, this transcends beyond just buying a car. This transcends into mental, emotional stability. Also,
Yes, absolutely. And you gotta actually do some research about the thing you're buying. Don't just look at it and be like, ooh, new metal, pretty. You have to actually know what you're buying, and certain things aren't gonna hold their value. They're gonna break. They're gonna need maintenance, and you want to also make sure you're getting a good price. But here's an example of someone who didn't do any of those things on a 2021
but if you want to have $2
Hyundai
grand down,
Sonata.
and you're $10,000 in negative equity, and you're paying 18% interest on this Hyundai, it's going to be a really tough deal to get out of.
$10,000 in negative equity. 18%
I'm doing good.
interest.
So I know you sent me a message on TikTok.
18%. How is this not a crime?
Okay, nice. So you're trading in one of your car for one of our cars?
Eric says, I had a Cavalier and it was the biggest POS. Dude, honestly, those Cavaliers are still on the road. Those 90s ones, you can't kill them. It's something, I don't know. They don't even need oil.
I'm trying to see all my options. I have a
Okay,
Hyundai Sonata
just trying to see your
2021
options, guys.
Red. I got it not too long ago. It has 29,000 miles,
Okay.
and it's perfectly fine. I just want something newer.
29,000
How long ago
miles.
did you get the car?
I got it in
And she's
January.
had it for
January,
a year.
so not even a full year.
Mm-mm.
Why do you want a newer car? You just got this car.
No, I just want it.
It's
the
not
dealership
good
I bought
enough,
it from
Yusuf.
really
Someone else has a
screwed me over
cooler
with how
car
much
than
they
her.
charged me for. So I'm ending up paying more than what I should for his car.
Did you pay cash or did you finance?
I financed.
Okay. What was your? How much did you buy the car for, and what was your interest rate and all that?
25,000. 25. Sonata.
2021 Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah.
And you paid $25,000 for it in January.
Mhm.
All right. And then what's your monthly payment and what's the interest rate on it?
my monthly payment is $560.
And she's calling Yusuf probably about like a McLaren or
What's your credit
something,
score right
you
now?
know?
Right now it's a 675.
Okay, not bad. And how much money do you have down to get
Yeah,
out
I
of the
was
car?
trying to
'Cause
get
the car's
a
worth
Rolls
about
Royce
probably
Phantom.
between $12,000 and $14,000 depending.
The
on
2021
condition.
Sonata's
So if you bought
not
for
doing it
25 in
for me.
January, I'm assuming you've only paid nothing but interest because you have such a high interest rate of 18% on this Hyundai. So you probably,
yeah.
you know, probably still owe some around there. So you're going to be
She's
right
gonna be
around
paying
between
interest
$9,000
for
and
3
$12,000
more
in
years
negative equity,
before
in
the
order to roll over
principal
the
even
loan.
gets
I don't
touched.
have a lot to put down.
Oh,
I
of
probably
course.
only have like $2,000 to
$2,000,
$2,000,
guys.
how
We're putting
much do you make a month?
2,000 down.
A month to around $3,000.
$3,000
No.
a month. Okay. And do you pay rent or anything like that, or that's just are you living with family? How does that? What's going on with that?
I just live with my parents.
Okay.
Okay,
so,
she lives in. Okay,
listen,
all right.
You know, sometimes I think I come off
okay.
more than a car dealer. This
Whew,
is more just like, you know,
jeez, man, I'm
understanding
having a
your
panic
financial
attack
situation.
for
Not saying
this
I'm a financial
lady.
advisor,
Holy crap!
But you have a great credit score for a car. 675 is
Yes,
decent. But if you only have
you
$2,000
got
down
good
and
credit.
you're $10,000 in
Just
negative
stick
equity,
with
and
the
you're paying 18%
Sonata
interest
until
on
it's
this
paid
Hyundai,
off.
it's going to be a really tough deal to get out of unless
Maybe
you
you
get into
can
a lease.
refinance
But then
next
even
year.
then your payments are going to get even higher because you have to roll over that negative equity.
Yeah, dude.
So whatever discounts or incentives you get on a lease.
Brutal, absolutely brutal. And here's someone paying $1,300 on a Kia Telluride. $1,300 a month.
Hey Stephanie, how are you? This is Yusuf with Legacy Motorcars of Georgia.
Hey Yusuf, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I am calling.
$25,000 in negative equity, y'all. Holy, that's a whole car. You're a whole car negative on the car. Eric says the transmission was constantly slipping and lots of electrical issues. The best thing about it was the engine. It had the same engine that was used in the mail van. Oh, okay, I got you. Nugget Man says, this car ran out of gas, so I need a new one. Exactly. This one's not fun anymore. I've had it for 6 months. It's boring. It's a Sonata. I want a Mercedes. Give me a McLaren right now. I have $2,000. $2,000 down, y'all, on a Mercedes. Let's do it. Okay, here we go.
On
Tell me
your
about the
2021
Telluride.
Kia Telluride that
as
you're trying
much
to
as
trade
a
in for
mortgage.
2018 Toyota Highlander Limited. I have some notes here from Sandra. Not a good-looking deal.
Could have bought a
but tell
house
me what
for
you got.
$1,300 a month in
Kia
some
has
areas.
about 47,000
Instead, we got a
miles on
Kia
it right now. I bought
Telluride.
it for around 39,000. I don't know if you remember the
Okay,
Mini
that's
Cooper
not bad.
I was trying to trade in.
I remember. Long time no speak.
Yeah.
Hold on. 39,000 she paid for it. Remember our example auto loan we just did? At $50,000. How's she paying $1,300 a month when we were at $700 on a $50,000 vehicle?
You gotta prove
She got a $40,000 vehicle and she's paying almost double that.
crazy.
Yeah, I did 12,000 to roll over actually. And then I added warranty to the car too.
All right,
so...
that's it. That's okay. So she rolled over 12,000 in negative equity and she bought the warranty. All right. I forgot about it. This is too much.
Just a mere 12,000, right? Rolling over into
just
I know it's crazy.
12,
I know
just
the
a little
warranty
12
and
pack.
after it almost ended up being like
No big
60K.
deal.
But my mom, she was able to co-sign for me with like 15% interest.
Mom co-signed and we were able to secure a 15% interest with the co-signer. What are we doing? For a Kia Telluride, $1,300 a month, you're going to put your mom's credit at risk on a 15% loan. I'm sure there's no gap insurance. Nugget says, how do you only have $2,000 deposit, but you can handle a $3,000 a month payment? Exactly. Like, I don't know what kind of math we're doing here, but it's not working. Oh my gosh. Meech says 50,000 doll hairs. Exact. I just look at the big number at the bottom. Don't look at the monthly payment. I mean, look at the monthly payment too. But look at the big number at the bottom that says how much you're actually paying for the car. Not what the sale price of the car is, but in this thing right here, where'd it go? Hold on. This number right here, under this green line that has the monthly payment, that number at the bottom, your total cost that you're going to pay over the life of the loan, that's the important thing, because that's really the price of the vehicle. That's the real price. Okay? Like, let's put this lady's, let's put her, I don't even want to see it, actually. I was gonna put her look, Yusuf is just over it. He's like, I can't. We're going through the same emotions right now. I don't know. How are we gonna help these people? She's not the only one. She's not the only one in this situation. There's tens of thousands of people in this exact situation, and they're all gonna hit it at the same time. They're all gonna need a new car next year.
So I pay like $1,300 a month. I just can't afford the car anymore.
Me out, dude.
Broke up with my man, and I need something cheaper. And I saw the 2018 Toyota Highlander, and I mean, since our last conversation, I've been seeing you on TikTok, and I learned so much from you. And
yes,
I really just wanted to call again to see
he said the thing.
if we could work together, because yeah, I need to find something cheaper.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. You are pretty much in the same situation you were about 6 months ago. Off here says you owe $54,000. You owe paying $1,300 a month.
She owes $54,000 on the Kia Telluride.
I know you I know you have those two repos on your credit, so a good $30,000. Right.
30,000?
Yeah, 4,000. You're gonna have to put between $25,000 and $30,000 down because
he said you're gonna have to put 30,000 down on a car, y'all. 30,000 down. What do you do? What? On a Kia Telluride.
you still have to have some money down for the new vehicle, which you might be at $1,500 a month. So you just kind of put yourself in a really tough position now.
$1,500 a month. The payment's going up by $200. What? Why are we doing this?
Or you have a good car that will be able to be refinanced. I mean, Stephanie, there's nothing I can do for you.
Stephanie, please get off the phone.
Yeah, stick with the Kia for now. Like I said, just pay it off as quick as possible. I mean, your credit, I'm assuming, is still bad with the repos. Even if you have good credit to roll over into a lease, you will still have a high payment. So get equity technically doesn't go away; it just rollovers into the rebates and incentives. But you are still financing a lot or a high amount throughout that lease, so you still have a high payment. Don't buy any more cars, Stephanie. Listen,
please don't.
I'm gonna sell
cash
you a car
only
if you're really
from now on.
about it, but I'm giving you genuine advice. There's no point in you trading in because right now you're still gonna have a high payment unless you have a pretty big chunk down. Why'd you get rid of the Mini Cooper?
I really wanted some fancy features, and I needed a bigger car.
See? Well, there it is, dude. Fancy features. Needed a bigger car. The car seat wouldn't fit in the Mini Cooper. We needed the Telluride. Nance says had to buy a new cat as it was dumping exhaust at the firewall and filling the car with CO and living in a carb state. It wasn't cheap. Yeah, that doesn't sound cheap. Buying new catalytic converters is always expensive, regardless of what kind of car. Nugget says, smelly cat, smelly cat. Becky says not paying cash, Meech. Exactly. What are they doing? Pay cash? All for something that depreciates in value, Meech says. Exactly. So you pay all this money, and at the end, the car's worth nothing. You paid $100,000 for it, and it's worth 10. And it's all clapped out. Not even paying $1,300 a month for our Volvo XC90. Yeah, you know, having a high car payment isn't necessarily a bad thing if it's because of a good choice you made, where you're saying, I want to have a 3-year term, but I'm buying a vehicle that costs 90 grand, so the payment's going to be higher, but it's a smart financial decision because in 3 years that car will be paid off and it'll actually still be worth something, versus these people that are financing for 84 months. Think about the $100,000 you're about to pay on a vehicle, and look at a 7-year-old version of the vehicle you're buying right now with 170,000 miles. Because that's what you're going to do. You're going to pay 100 grand for that clapped out 7-year-old car, because that's what it's going to look like when you own it. It's not smart. And it's very simple stuff. But if no one explains it to you, there's no way to know. Like, I feel bad for these young people just getting suckered by the dealers out here. Eric says, oh, hold on, I scrolled too far. Eric says, can someone explain what a 2004 Bluebird Vision with 5.9 Cummins and 16,000 miles is cheaper than a diesel Ford, Chevy, or Dodge? Because a 2004 Bluebird, that is a school bus. School buses always go for low amount of money. So if you're trying to buy something like a bus, I mean, dude, I watch the auctions every week. Buses go for $1,500, $2,500. Running buses with 100,000 miles on it go for nothing. So yeah, if you're looking for something to pull your trailer, maybe you get you one of those. Nance says, not even near 1,300 on my 2,500. Yeah, exactly. Got a brand new... Nance has a brand new Silverado he's not paying $1,300 a month. Yeah, Nance says, it's a bus. No one wants a used bus besides van lifers. Yeah, there's a lot of those van lifers out there looking for those buses. Becky says, oh, the new car because of the kid in car seats. It gets them every time, doesn't it? It gets them every time. The mom car is a curse. Nance says, if I had to throw away money, I'd find an express van with the straight box body and turn that into a moto hauler. That'd be fun. Eric says, good point. It'd still be cheaper to put the Cummins into a Ford with a dead 6.4. Exactly. And if you want to do that, there's a company that makes all of the adapters and plates and connectors and bolts and everything that you would need to connect the transmission on the pickup to whatever other... They do diesel conversions, so you can go from any motor to any motor and they have the parts. Nugget says, the missus wants to buy our friend's RV. I'm not sure I can stop it. Oh boy. Hey, that might be fun though, Nugget. Cruise around in the RV? Is it a nice one? Is it like a like the bus style? Or is it like the kind you tow with a truck? I like those bus ones. The bus style ones are sweet. Having a trailer seems like a pain. Nance says, I'd love to drive to the West Coast and take my street bike and my dirt bike to play. And you know, what if you had Like, well, like Will has, like the fifth wheel with the toy hauler. You flip down the ramp and you put your bikes in the back, dude. You're all set. Those fifth wheels are sweet, dude. They're not like those little bumper poles. Those things are, I mean, massive. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. I found this guy. This guy's funny. He sells Mercedes as well. His account is called Benzes and Bow Ties on TikTok, and he is going to explain to us. Meech says, "Do it, Nance." Absolutely, dude. Dude, Nance. You could get a box truck for like $2,500, like a box van. Like, you wouldn't even have to get the cutaway. Just put them in the box. Has a ramp on there and everything. Becky says, stop and see your bestie on the way. That's right. Stop and see me too. Eric says it would probably be more reliable if you use the Allison 2000 transmission that was on the 5.9 coming. You could pull that out. It's just trying to get that transmission to work with the electronics of the whatever year truck you're dropping it into. But if you're game on messing with that stuff, then I'm with you. The Allison is a solid transmission. Nan says, looks like an old U-Haul and it's a full camper setup. There you go, dude. Stealth camping out here. Okay, so here's Benzes and Bow Ties, and he is going to explain why dealerships don't take pay stubs anymore, okay? So it used to be when you would prove your income, you would show them your pay stubs. This is how much I'm getting paid. Now, pay stubs not good enough. What do they want?
Do you think, Joe, if we sent them bank statements, that they would consider those?
I have bank statements.
I'm sorry, pay stubs, not bank statements.
No, MB does not accept pay stubs. And
MB does not accept pay stubs. MB is the financer they're talking about.
That sounds insane to say, but different banks have different POI, as you know. Yeah. So for MB, they do not accept that. They accept 3 recent bank statements. They also don't
3 recent bank statements.
Do tax returns. So there's certain banks that do tax returns, some that don't, some do pay stubs, some don't.
No, I get it. I feel like a lot of banks probably, if they haven't already, will move away from pay stubs and go to bank statements just because they're more concerned with what's happening to the money after it goes to you.
Well, correct. And that's why they do that. MB is one of the more progressive banks when it comes to proof of income. So
yeah, it's a progressive bank, guys. Now it's not bad enough that we're paying $1,500 a month, $100,000 for a car that's worth $40,000. Now we have to show them our full 3 months worth of bank statements, okay? So now if you want to buy a car, you need 3 months of bank statements, and they're going to hyper-analyze every transaction that you've made in the past 3 months to determine whether you're worthy enough to have a car loan. Who's doing this? Who's gonna stand for this? I would never. Are you kidding me? Bank statements. Not even just like proof of deposit. Not even like showing that you got a certain amount of money deposited in your account. No, they want to see every single dollar that you spent. Or else they're not going to do a loan. That's nuts. Meech says KC is the perfect midway stop. Yeah, exactly. Perfect spot to camp. Nance says, I know, I just don't have the money to do it. Yes, you do. If I could only win the lottery. Me too. I wish my trailer was a 7-foot interior height and not 6 foot. I'd set that up to camp in, but I want a shower setup I can stand in. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you could make your own camper. That'd be cool. I've seen it done. It's possible. Becky says, I mean, most people do have direct deposit these days, though. Yeah, absolutely. But you still can get like a printout of your pay stub. You can, or you could print out and say, here's my deposit record from last month. But like, I don't know who's handing over 3 months worth of bank statements to just to this guy? To the car dealer? I don't know, dude. Eric says, I should buy a retired Penske truck. That's probably still way cheaper than a used diesel pickup. Those are great. Penske trucks are great to buy. I used to lease from them, and they take really good care of their vehicles. So definitely, even if it's high miles, that's a great place to buy a truck from. And they do have some that come with a warranty. Nance says, not with my bank. Send off a pay stub and done. Becky says, sir, he's still saving for that comforter. Oh.
But that's why they use that, is the form of that. Or if you're getting paid $400K a year, like, what does that mean? If you're, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
So that's why they use bank statements for that. That's why that's a trusty thing, and that's why, again.
Bro, no one getting paid $400K a year, number one, is handing over their whole bank statements to some smarmy car dealership for a freaking $60,000 loan. Get out of town. Number two, people who make $400,000 a year, they don't ask for proof of income because you have good enough credit that it doesn't matter.
Some banks don't use tax returns or pay stubs.
What is this guy talking about?
See what goes on with that money. Well, so the massive thing for him is just no comparable auto. If he had at least some comparable-ish.
No comparable auto. See, that's the other thing. If you're not in this nice car realm already and you're walking in there with your Hyundai Santa Fe or whatever, they're not even going to give you a second look.
Not even comparable, but like a ladder move, you know, up, then it's something you could talk through.
Just absolutely brutal out here, dude. Like, and here he is talking about he doesn't want to devalue your trade, but he has to.
We're not looking for a reason to devalue your trade.
Right.
It's just...
Actually, we are. We're looking for every reason to devalue your trade. We're going to offer you the absolute lowest dollar you could possibly offer for your vehicle, and we're going to start there, and we're going to subtract. So every single problem that we find with the vehicle, we're going to subtract from that point.
That if we have to change the brakes, we have to change them. I don't want to change them.
I don't want to change the brakes. So you're telling me every vehicle on your lot has new brakes? I doubt that very much, sir.
Brakes, that
100%. Yeah. So it's just a matter of when we go to resell a car, either we have to change the brakes or we don't. If we don't, great. We'll pay you more, and then the car goes for...
Oh, yeah. You pay them more if they don't. Oh, okay. So you just call her back and be like, oh, hey, you know what? We didn't end up having to change those brakes, so we're going to send you $150. No. They really think we're stupid, don't they? They really think we're stupid.
Sale faster. I don't care.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll wait to see what
Yeah, let's see what kind of documentation he can provide, and then worst case scenario, if he's not able to provide us anything, then it just becomes when it gets here, we will physically inspect it, and if we can verify that it doesn't need to be adjusted, then we'll adjust it back up.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Coming at us from every angle. You got to be careful out here. Eric says people need to just stay away from luxury cars. Yeah, most people do. I understand the allure, though. They're very nice. Nance says, this month I have $160 truck undercoating, $120 ticket payment for Norwalk ticket renewals, and $50 P.O. box charge. Well, keep saving. Maybe next month. Becky says, no new comforter this month then. Yeah, ask Santa for it. Oh, and you just got a new windshield. Yeah, that's true. That's always fun. Now, you would think that if someone walks into or calls a dealership and they're like, yo, I have really bad credit and I have a repo, blah, 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 that they would tell you like, hey, we can't help you out. No. Nope. Nope. Doesn't even scare them one bit.
What's your score?
This is Goat for Real 216. So some of y'all might be able to find this gentleman, the Goat for Real.
510.
Were they on the phone or email?
Yeah, I got
510 credit
okay,
score,
they got
man.
510 credit score. That's not bad. What are they looking at?
It's not bad.
To get into an SUV, but they're trying to keep their payments low.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, just so you know the way it works.
Yes, it is.
Lower the credit score, higher the interest rate. So you can explain that to them. Sir, the higher your score, the lower the rate.
Says my
so
funds
if they got a 510
are low.
credit score, they're wanting to go an SUV. They're probably getting a little bit of cash down. What do they got down?
They got about 1,000. I tried to get them a little bit.
1,000 down.
Right, I got them.
1,000.
Okay, so we got 1,000.
1,000 down. 510 credit score, dude. What? You do not have any business near a car dealership.
Down, 510 credit score. What kind of SUV they want?
Jeep Compass.
Okay,
oh,
so they don't
the
need
Jeep,
third row or anything
perfect.
like that?
No,
the
no.
Jeep
Do they have a
Compass.
trade-in?
No trade-in.
Give them a reliable
Is it 'cause it was
vehicle,
repo?
right?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay,
Oh
so they
my
want me to
God,
call
it
the
just
bank
got
and vouch for them and tell
repoed.
them that they're going to pay this one, even though they just proved that they wouldn't pay the last one. You were the bank. What would you say?
Probably no.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
this: with big money down, we can buy our way into a deal on LTV. If you can get them up to like $3-4 grand, you can probably get up to like a
LTV's loan to value.
maybe 25% down. Just about any bank will take a shot, as long as the repo wasn't like last night.
For sure.
Was it last night?
No, it wasn't last night.
Working for a little bit more money down.
He said as long as the repo wasn't like last night. Like you're calling a finance company like, yo, she just got repoed like 2 months ago, but she's gonna pay this one for sure, guys, for sure. Becky says, sounds like it, sir. Yeah, for real, dude. Hard times at Nance's house. Eating dinner by candlelight. Eric says everyone wants the iPad built into the dashboard that distracts you from driving and causes a crash because you can feel the radio tune. You can't feel the radio tune button. I agree. I miss the physical buttons. 90s cars were the best for that. And you know who did a few videos about this recently? Zach Rios. And he found a couple insane clips that I wanted to show you. I'm sure we're gonna get beat up with car ads, of course. Okay, now this guy is talking about, this is from Zach's video, why so many regret buying a vehicle in 2025. This gentleman is going to talk a little bit about loan length.
This is insane. 7-year car loans are everywhere now.
This is real Brian Mello on TikTok.
A shocking 22.4% of new car buyers are signing up for 84-month or longer loans.
22.4% of new car buyers are signing up for 84-month loans. Almost 1 in 4 people are getting an 84-month loan on new vehicles.
And 36.1% are going with 6-year terms.
36.1% are going with 6-year terms. That's great. That's scary. It really is. And if it's not obvious, it's because in 6 years, your car's worth nothing.
People are stretching payments longer and longer in order to afford new cars that now average about $50,000. And it sounds doable until you see the fallout. Nearly 1 in 5 buyers are paying over $1,000 a month, and negative equity.
1 in 5 buyers are paying $1,000 a month? But 60% of Americans couldn't afford an unexpected $1,000 expense? What are we doing? Why are we talking to these car dealers? Oh.
On trade-ins hit 26.6%, with the average underwater balance roughly $6,754. Now, sure, longer terms lower monthly payments, but they also cost you way more over time.
Yeah.
The extra interest on an 84-month loan can add up to
And
thousands
maintenance.
compared with a 5-year term.
Yeah.
And negative equity locks you into a cycle where
Like we just showed on that thing, like when you went from a 5-year to a 7-year and take away that good down payment, you're paying an extra 10 grand in
you
interest.
keep rolling debt into the next car. That affordable monthly payment can become a lifelong trap if life ever changes for you.
And that's when it starts becoming
Exactly. People don't think about what if my financial situation changes sometime in the next few years. Nan says, I hate the interface on my truck's radio. Has that huge screen and it's impossible to change to a non-preset channel without looking at it for 2 minutes. Can we get an Elmo rage for CB? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, man. These people raise my blood pressure. But, the other one I wanted to show you was... Oh, there it is.
These guys will help you pay off your credit cards faster. And the best part, you only pay them if they get results. I owe $10,000 on my cards. Can someone... Wow.
Okay, we're going to talk about...
See, like, because of all of the things I was searching to do research for this, it's like, now they're beating me up with car ads and finance ads. CB says, woof, I'll see myself out on this one. What's up, CB? Happy Monday. I hope you had a good weekend and a good Halloween. Yeah, these people, dude, they are raising my blood pressure. I can't. Earlier, somebody paid $1,400 a month for a Kia Telluride. Make it make sense. Nance says you can't do it, CB. It's Nugget says, there you are, CB. Yes, they've been waiting for you because this is a tough one. This is a tough one to watch. Here's $1,100 car payment.
Car payments. Get ready. Okay, so my car payment currently is $1,100 a month. I know, it's very scary. And I wish
yeah,
I was joking. But once upon a time, I was young and dumb, and I was part of very irresponsible decisions. And now I'm literally...
Once upon a time, I was young and dumb. How old are you now?
Paying the price. So, anyways, I have a 2024 Toyota Highlander.
Hold on a second. Once upon a time, I was young and dumb. 2024 Highlander? Hold on. Once upon a time, you bought this like 6 months ago.
Which I absolutely love. No complaints there. It's just obviously the price.
Sure.
So,
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just stuck.
All right, so there were a few things there. She said she was...
But again, how are you paying $1,100 a month for a Toyota Highlander? Is it because you put no money down and you have a horribly high interest rate? Oh. Becky says cash is king. That's right. Every year of the Corolla changed in the 10th generation. What? Okay. Zach has another video too, that you should definitely check out. That is called Why Dealerships Can't Sell Cars in 2025. And he found some interesting things in this one too. This guy is talking about how overpriced vehicles are. Oh my god, make it stop! There's a zebra in the car? Okay. All right.
Right now. And this lot is entirely empty. There is not one person on this entire lot that does not work here. Now, granted, it's a Tuesday at 12:30.
This is Rodrixo_BJP on TikTok.
But there's also only 2 customers inside. And I'm about to show you
2 customers
exactly
on the
why
whole
that there
property
is nobody
besides
here.
him.
Well, on top of the fact that
Why
everybody
isn't
has
anyone there?
This right here is a 2024 Accord Hybrid. This thing has 58,000 miles, and this thing is $28,000. First of all, how do you even get that
$28,000
many
with
miles in 2
58,000
years?
miles.
This thing is damn near brand new.
They put 30,000 miles a year on that thing for 2 years, and then now they want to sell it for 28 grand. Like what?
And this thing has 58,000 miles. And here is another example. This is a 2019.
2019 Honda Accord Sport.
This is the old body style. This one has 11,000 more miles, and it's only $4,000 less. But
24 grand for a 2019 Accord? Is that more than the new price?
5 years older. This doesn't make any sense. This car was $23,000.
Yes, exactly. 23,000 brand new, and it's 2 years later with 60,000 miles, and they want 24 for it. Get out of here. They really think we're stupid.
Brand new in 2008.
But you know what? Honestly, some of us are, because people are signing up for these loans and people are still buying these cars.
I remember because I bought it then.
Even with some of the news recently that car prices are starting to go.
That is painful. It really is. I don't know. I don't know how we can continue doing this and the economy doesn't feel any kind of effect from it. Because eventually people are going to stop paying their loan. Eric says a 1-year-old Toyota Highlander. Maybe. I don't know. Even still, like, she knew how much the payment was going to be when she signed on it, you know? So I don't know, man. 10% of your monthly income. That's the maximum amount your car payment should be.
Than you think.
Lexus dealership is going viral for all the wrong reasons after the guys over at CarEdge brokered a deal to negotiate $7,000 off the price of a vehicle on their client's behalf.
Now, CarEdge is a service where you tell them what car you want and they'll negotiate for you if you're not a good haggler, okay? And they're really good at it, and they'll get the price down low, right? So that's what he's referring to. The customer had CarEdge call them and broker the deal. They go back and forth. They end up talking them down $7,000 on the vehicle, right? And then it gets sent over to the finance manager, and what do you think happened?
The CarEdge guys were happy. Their client was happy, and the Lexus dealer was about to sell a new vehicle, so, they should have been happy too. But once the deal got into the finance office, the finance manager decided to add on almost $21,000 in extra fees, and that's on top of the $800 dock fee. Talk about swinging for the fences.
So 22 grand in extra
we can
fees.
see that the vehicle
Here we
itself
go.
was being sold for $62,000.
Okay,
Then we have a
I want to see this. Oh, he's going to read through them. Okay.
maintenance contract for $4,995.
A maintenance contract for $5,000. But if you bring it in for maintenance, they're going to tell you that, oh, that's not covered. You're going to have to pay for that.
An extended service contract for $8,995.
Extended service contract for $9,000. So you're paying $5,000 for the maintenance contract and $9,000 for the extended service contract. What is the difference between those two things, and why is it $9,000?
$5. Toyota Motor Insurance Service for $1,200, whatever that is. And then this one is awesome. $1,240 for an optional sales commission.
Optional. That's the optional $1,240. Everybody knows about the optional $1,240.
Finally, we have another $4,495 for tire and wheel coverage. The add
Tire and wheel coverage for $4,500? You could get a new set of rims and 2 sets of tires for that price. That's insane, dude. That is absolutely insane.
end up to be something like 34-ish% of the price of the vehicle itself.
You really can't make this.
It's a $60,000 vehicle, and they added $22,000 in upcharges. That's criminal. CB says vehicles are such a waste of money. 100%. All we're doing is throwing our money away.
Kind of stuff up. Optional sales commission is equivalent to adding a tip. This should be illegal. Get rid of the dealerships, turn them into service centers with a new vehicle delivery area. And I know that's what some companies are trying to do, like Carvana, even though I've heard a lot of issues with them as well.
Yeah, the problem with Carvana is they're like CarMax. You can't negotiate on the price. You just have to overpay. Like that example we just saw where they're charging $1,000 more than the car costs new, and it's 3 years old with 60,000 miles on it. Becky says, mind-blowing. I agree. Eric says they try to extort people because people need vehicles. This is wicked evil. Yeah, I agree. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And I was starting to wonder how are the car makers even affording, how are they making any money at this point? CB says not one single person needs a $60,000 vehicle. Exactly. Take the $5,000, $10,000 you were going to put down on the $60,000 vehicle and buy a $5,000 vehicle and drive it. Very simple. Keep your money in your pocket. This is how we get rich, y'all. Okay, so here's the answer to that question from CNBC. CB says people need to buy a vehicle they can actually afford versus what they think looks cool. Yes, buy what looked cool 20 years ago. That's the financially smart thing to do. But yeah, so I was wondering how the car manufacturers are doing it, and CNBC told me that it's the rich people. Rich people are propping up the car makers.
Progressive Commercial Insurance offers
For the love of God.
Are near all-time highs, and yet sales are rising, and that's mainly thanks to the rich.
8 months into 2025, the share of new cars costing more than $50,000 is almost double what it was 6 years.
Whoa, that's crazy. That is crazy. So the share of new cars costing over 50 grand is 44% in 2025.
Years ago.
That's crazy.
It's not just because automakers are charging more across the board. It's because the share of vehicles at the highest prices has grown.
Reality is, the automakers are in the business to make money. And this market, because of higher income
we want
households
everyone to make
buying
money.
a greater percentage of the vehicles, has shifted to the upper end. Like it or not, that's the reality if you look at the numbers.
While dealer profits were up 20% in Q2 2025, economists are concerned. A lot of Americans are struggling to pay bills and get loans. Meanwhile, companies are growing ever more reliant on a smaller share of consumers for sales.
If that bubble bursts, that has pretty dramatic implications across the economy because so many companies have become so focused on catering to the demand of those high-end consumers.
Absolutely. And if they stop spending money, then no one's going to be spending money. And then we're really in trouble because then the markets start to slide. And then people get laid off. And then all these people with $1,500 car payments can't pay their car payment. And what do you think happens to those loans? It's just like 2008, y'all, but with cars. Becky says, so glad you made it in the chat, CB. Me too. Good to see you in there, CB. But yeah, I don't see an end to this coming. But if you're out here and you're trying to buy a car, oh my gosh. Buy it in cash. Don't let these people rob you. Don't let the dealer rob you. And you don't need the newest thing. And if you think you do, look at a 7-year-old version of it and realize you're about to pay $100,000 for that. And then see if you still want it. And then if you do, take the cash you were going to spend and go buy the 7-year-old one. Oh my gosh, these people drove me nuts. So stressful. But yeah, definitely check out Zach Rios's 2 videos about that and the CNBC video about the car companies is called How Wealthy Americans Are Keeping Car Dealerships Afloat. But yeah, crazy stuff out here. I'm very glad that none of y'all in the chat are stuck paying $1,500 car payments. Yeah, you know, I guess some people just can't be helped. Keeping up with the Joneses is a real thing, and you know, sometimes we succumb to those kind of feelings, and being able to delay that gratification and hold on to the money and let it grow instead of putting it into things that depreciate, that's how we're gonna make it to retirement with a big nest egg, you know? And that's when you buy the fun car. That's when you get the brand new Mercedes or whatever your thing is that you want, you know? But until then, we all drive our beater with a heater, like Becky was saying. You can't go wrong with a cash car. No car payments for life. Black Magic says, then in 7 years, you can buy the one you're looking at today. Exactly. It's all about a positive mindset. If you can just look back in time 7 years to what was cool then, you just buy that now and not hand all your money to these loan companies. So definitely watch out for that out here if you're out here looking for cars. And yeah, I think that's about it for us this evening. Becky says, good night, folks. Stay safe. You too, Becky. Thank you for being here. Black Magic says, good night, everyone. Talk to you on Friday. I will talk to you on Friday. Thank you all so much for being here. And I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.